So we're here at Starbreeze Studios in Uppsala, Sweden, and I'm here with Johan, who's the CEO for Starbreeze. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Cool. Maybe you just start off with a bit of a brief introduction about what the studio is all about and kind of a bit of a history.
Yeah. Well, the company's been around since 1998. It was started by some sort of garage developers here in Sweden, and now it's grown quite a bit. We're about 100 people. We have a new office now, and we're just about to release our 6th game, the Chronicles of Riddick: Assault on Dark Athena.
They say hope begins in the dark, but most just flail around in the blackness, searching for their destiny. The darkness, for me, is where I shine.
And yeah, we've been working with it in this genre for quite a few years now. I guess it started out with the first Riddick game back in 2004, sort of story-driven action-adventure game with a mix of different genres. And yeah, and then we kept going in that direction with The Darkness that came out in 2007 for PS3 and 360 as well. And now the third iteration will be this new Riddick game that's coming out now in April.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Butcher Bay really kind of put Starbreeze on the map, didn't it? It came out of nowhere, just kind of amazed critics and kind of fans of the Riddick universe. How did that kind of change the studio? What's it been like since then?
Oh, it was a big change. It was actually really tough for us before Riddick came out. We were pretty much out of assignments and out of money, and we were laying off most of our staff in early 2004, and then Riddick came out, and yeah, all of a sudden all publishers were very interested in talking to us, and we got the new Darkness contract, and yeah, we've been growing and expanding ever since.
One of the things about Riddick is that it's almost a kind of assumption that movie tie-in games are always bad. And that kind of bucked the trend and proved that you could actually make a game based on a film that was amazing. Why do you think that was the case? Was it because Vin was so closely involved with you, or how was your approach, I guess, different from what other studios have done with
No, I think we did have pretty much the same two problems that you have with any game based on a movie, that it's shorter production time due to the movie day and date, and it's a much more complicated approval process with the license holder, etc. So it was pretty much a mess during the whole Riddick Butcher Bay production as well with those things. So I'm not quite sure actually why it did work out in the end. I mean, it's a struggle every day to make a good game, and it was exactly the same during that production. So I don't really know why it came out different. I think one difference maybe was that we made a prequel, so it was a little bit more detached from the script changes, etc. that you sometimes have to struggle with when you work in parallel with a movie production.
Do you guys do you find that kind of using licenses is a good way to make games? Because obviously you've got Riddick, The Darkness is based on a comic. Do you kind of find that works particularly well for your studio, or?
Yeah, I think. I mean, if you find licenses that the team here is excited about, I think that's the best thing. I mean, it's so much easier to get a licensed game out there in the end to consumers, because it's a brand they recognize and that they already have a relationship with, and for us, I mean, it does create some boundaries, of course, in terms of creation, but you always have boundaries, and even if you start an original IP, after a week you set up those boundaries for yourself because you need them, and then it's not that much different actually to work on an original or a licensed IP. And yeah, I think we've been very happy working on licenses here, and I think we've proven that we can do a good job.
Cool. And then after that, you're moving on to Jason Bourne with EA.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that deal and how that kind of came about?
Well, we've been working with EA for a while before, have another project with them as well, and then they wanted to extend that relationship with the Jason Bourne deal. But can't say much.
Yeah. Are you guys fans of Jason Bourne? Was it kind of your idea, or was it their idea to do Jason Bourne?
No, we're really big fans of Jason Bourne, so it's a dream project.